605 chaser on the crawl, text scrolling by. Run to the storm. Run to the storm tonight. Raincore, white roar, sideways on the windshield. Back road, no floor, just a blur in a windmill. Tripod shakes on the ditch, cloud twisting like a tide and roll. One shot right on the lip between the terror and the hope. Run to the storm. I was born for the fallout, out where the sky tears open wide. Run to the storm when the sirens all call out. I'm on the edge of the warning line. Lightning writes my name across the black horizon. 605 chaser on the crawl, text scrolling by. Run to the storm. Run to the storm tonight. Static on the speaker, debris in the air. I whisper a prayer, then I drive right there. Every mile marker, every close call, I'm chasing the monster to warn them all. Run to the storm. I was born for the fallout, out where the sky tears open wide. Run to the storm when the sirens all call out. I'm on the edge of the warning line. Lightning writes my name across the black horizon. 605 chaser on the crawl, text scrolling by. Run to the storm. Yeah, run to the storm tonight.
All right, you gotta shut that off, buddy.
This is 605 chaser. Tracking a severe cell. Hook it.
Alrighty, everybody, we're gonna show you what we got going on here. Let's get you up to speed. Give me one moment. Having to use GR level 3 instead of our typical stuff that we utilize, so it's going to take a minute to get some of these GR level 3 stuff up to where I like it. So be one moment here. Appreciate your patience, folks. All right, now I got everything set where I need to. We're going to kind of zoom over here and show you this storm here that is currently tracking to the northeast. It's really not moving a whole lot. If we take a look at some of the details here, we'll put that on a pause here for a minute. At 4:14 Central Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Chester or 12 miles north of Belleville, moving northeast at 25. So it's moving pretty slow. Max hail size about 1.25 inches. We do have some chasers there. We've got the famous Nick Nolte And we've got report already by a train spotter in Republic, Kansas, of 1-inch hail there. Got Corey Gherkin is on this as well. He is heading north. We also have Mauro Greco. He is on this as well. A number of chasers that are in here. Really, Brandon Clement, also a local storm guru there as well. Trying to see, it looks like Team Multi-Vortex is also on this, just on the north side, I'm guessing they're hoping to get this puppy in there. And it'll likely move over into Gilead. Now, that will end up being in areas of south central portions, maybe a little bit further to the southeast portion of Nebraska, but just going over the border there. We're taking a look here at the velocity. We're off of the Omaha, so let's take a look at North Platte here. Not going to give us much detail there. We'll go to the other site here. Again, like I said, I was not ready to roll on this. There we go. We got the Hastings one. That's going to give us a little bit better of a view here with the velocity on the right, green and the reds. Not really much of anything there as far as rotation goes, which that's great for folks. But do want to remind you also that we do have scattered thunderstorms. This is a slight risk here. And then there is also a tornado risk within this general region as well. We do have some storms down here by the Kansas City or the Wichita area as well. Let me switch over to that radar here one moment. Okay, 1 second, folks. All right, folks, let's go ahead and get Kansas, and then we're going to get Oklahoma. We'll get all of these set up again. My apologies. Get Texas, get Wichita. All right, that way we got them all. All right, so we got this one down here. Does have a max shear is 31 knots. That is a lot of shear, but not really seeing much of anything on there. So nothing huge right now at this point. As you can see, the data coming in here. Southwest winds 45 miles per hour at 3:20, so about an hour ago. Let me go ahead and make sure. It looks like we do have all of the severe thunderstorm warning data coming through, and that is covering Kansas, South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Texas. So you get all of that information on the bottom there. Let me go ahead and see if there's anything else that I have here that I can bring in. Let's go back to this Oklahoma site here. One moment. All right, so Oklahoma, where are you at? Let's get Tulsa. Add that to the favorite here. There we go. So we got a couple of different storms here, kind of back building. So this is a concern as well. It's moving at 25 miles per hour. So the other concern is obviously some flooding for these areas as well. And this is marginal risk. Again, like I said, can't really move much of anything here. Let me go to Texas. I'm going to go down into these areas here, Midland. That way we can see those because there's quite a bit there going on. And we'll get one other one here as well. I appreciate you guys staying with me here. Alrighty, and it looks like there's not much going on down here in the Texas area at this point either. Be one moment. All right, folks. Unfortunately, I got to do what I don't want to do here. Gonna have to bring up a another source here, so give me a moment. Nate, buddy, can I get you to turn off a few of these things and help me with this? I don't know how to turn off all these alerts here. The only thing I didn't want on is the watches and warnings for here. Let's just do severe. I don't want all these other alerts, special weather statements and stuff. I don't want that. I do want those. No, I want those. I just trying to find this red flag stuff. I don't need that. Sorry, folks. I am not. I'm using a different tool, and my son is much more familiar with this tool than me. And yeah, I do not like the design of some of these weather apps. Oh, I probably need to do this. This. What about, okay. Is it this? Okay. I don't want to change the color. People that design apps that change the color of the warnings, in my opinion, is dumb. You need to have official colors. All right, so do we still have the warnings on here, bud? The severe warnings? Okay, and I can have this on there. I'm not really concerned about that. Okay, now I just need to get you guys to see what I've been looking at here. Give me a moment. All right, not exactly what I like utilizing, but it is what it is. And let me kind of bring this down a little bit. Again, not ideal, folks. Definitely not an ideal setup here. So give me a moment. This is why I like my own tools. All right, there we go. I think we got it now. All right, so now I can go ahead and move around like I need to. All right, so what we have, I'm going to get rid of this one here. So we do have the severe thunderstorm warning here, 1.25 inch. That expires in 9 minutes. We do now also have a tornado watch. That information is there. This was issued. Looks like 4:30 p.m. just a few moments ago. Effective Saturday afternoon and evening from 4:30 p.m. until 11 p.m. Couple tornadoes possible. So yeah, that's going to be very, very interesting to see how that goes. Pardon me one moment. I'm going to bring another tool in here that will help us. It's, in my opinion, a whole lot better here. One moment. Again, just trying to get all of this working just right. I did have quite a few things, but I had to utilize other resources. So bear with me one moment here so I can get all of this set up here properly. And let's get the studio bar up here. There we go. All right, so you're not going to be able to see everything that I'm doing, but um, this is basically the Chaser OS app, and what it is showing here is the storms, obviously, that are firing. Let me verify that we actually have this completely reset here. All right, so we have that reset now, so that is in the right area. Let's get the tornado information in here. So this is the 5% tornado probability in this area here. We'll turn on the radar to show that, but I want to go to, let's go to Kansas, let's go to Nebraska here. All right, and then it popped up with the new severe thunderstorm warning that was issued. That expires in 7 minutes. Obviously, I just opened the app, so that's the reason why. All right, so let's utilize a few of these tools. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out, find today's best target. Let's see if it brings up the correct information here. Give me one moment here. And looks like I'm having some issues with Open Mateo again. Control Shift R. Yep, Open Mateo probably have hit the issues here. Yep. So unfortunately, right now, that's why we haven't pushed this out a whole lot yet, is because we have so much that we're still working on to work out all the bugs. So let's go ahead and turn on weather-wise, I guess. We got no choice here. Let's take a look at what are we looking at here, Nate? What are we looking at? What do you think's happening here? Chester, Hebron.
Can you zoom in a little bit more?
And this is moving to which direction? Yep, it's moving northeast. It's picked up speed, 40 miles per hour. So do you think this is going to turn into tornadic? What do you think?
Do you think?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. It's going to go too fast. Definitely going to be some winds. And this is right down by Concordia and all that. Let me go over to the Kansas City view here, Nate. Why is Kansas City having that much of an issue? There we go. See. Nate's looking at another streamer. That's not a wall cloud, bud. Yeah, you're having some eyes. Oh boy. Look at all the chaser convergence here is nuts. Matthew Rashawn, Victor F, Willard Sharp. I'm very familiar with him and his photography. He's heading north. Cody Schuyler from Team Multivortex. All these folks. John McKinney is right there on top of that storm. Of course, everybody knows Brandon Lovegrove. Collins down there as well. So we got plenty of people that are, on this. Of course, there's a number of days that are set up. So let's take a look at. I don't want to bring Corey's information stream up, get in trouble with that, but let's go over to the Hastings one here. And Nate, do we have the ability to take a look at the velocity? No, we don't. Oh, yeah, we do. Is it SRV? This one's better? Ooh, that is starting to look pretty good. Let's look at it on... Yep, hang on. That's a gust front. Hold on, folks. I'll show you the gust front here once I get switched over.
So you can't use the thing without permission.
I got to get over to the correct site. We're on Omaha. I need Hastings. Okay, now I can switch over to this other one here. Let's see. That looks a little interesting. Well, all right, let's go ahead and zoom in here to see what we got. We got anything, Nate? Not really anything, right? We got 72 degrees and 64 dew point, so there's plenty of moisture there. Just having a hard time with the velocity here. Yeah, it's a little hard to see anything with CC drop in there either. Not showing a whole lot. There's a little bit of down by 81 here. Oh, that's turned into a special weather statement. So now we no longer have the severe thunderstorm warning. So it's, what happens a lot of times is we start to see these storms really pick up speed. And when they start picking up speed, it's really tough for those storms to really evolve and mature. And it just kind of takes off. So it's very difficult to get them to continue to merge into what they need. I mean, they've got Corey Gherkin and those guys are on these as well as Bryce. It looks like Bryce is on there. He's on highways and hailstones. So, and there's Bryce Shelton, of course. That is Tornado Pagey husband. So they're all on that Highway 81 looking at that there. I'm going to give a quick brief break here and I'll be right back. All right, and we're back. We're looking at continued storms here. This is showing Belleville kind of recycling these storms here. We're going to go ahead and bring up the base reflectivity here and show you kind of the intensity of it. You can certainly see on the back side of this. So special weather statement up here by Hebron. This would be in the Nebraska area, west of Beatrice. And this will stay outside of the Beatrice area. It may end up impacting areas like Wilbur, Tobias, Dakin, those areas, but really not expecting it to shift a whole lot. This one right here, this will probably be the one that could end up being the most impactful here. A couple tornadoes possible, isolated damaging winds. That's a tornado watch. Let's take a look at the severe thunderstorm warning. It's moving northeast at 30, $half size hail, Belleville, Cuba, and Munden. So 1¼ inch hail reported and max wind gusts, so 60 miles an hour. It's right at that the lowest threshold for a severe thunderstorm warning. So nothing real huge right now, but definitely want to be keeping your eye on this. There was a observed golf ball size hail on this one that was in Kansas. Let's bring that out. This is down where Brandon Montgomery is. He decided to take the southern side of that. And let's go ahead and take a look at I wonder if I could bring up GR level, the analyst here. 1 second, folks. Nope, I don't have an analyst on here yet. Let me go down to the Topeka, Wichita area. Show you the storm that's down here by Wichita. That one's looking pretty intense as well. Tufts Weather, hey, welcome. Thanks for entering the chat. Appreciate it. There's not really any circulation really going on. And hold on a second.
Yep, that's Walmart. Just far County, Nebraska.
All right, so let me just show you the Kansas one. Again, not much really going on here as far as TVS. It's had a signature at one point. We'll go back over to the Nebraska fund. That's kind of where we want to take a look at a little bit closer. Of course, there was already a report by Colin of this quarter-size hail, 1-inch hail. And these storms here are not letting up. The special weather statement did expire that was up by Hebron because these are kind of merging here a little bit more and going to become more of a line there. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our weather models here, and we'll show what HRRR is suggesting that this might be. Make sure that we have the latest update. This is in progress for the 21Z, so we'll go to 20Z here, and we'll kind of show you in a nutshell of what could end up being the case for the rest of the evening for areas of Oklahoma and so on. Let's make sure we slow this down a little bit for folks. All right, so back this up, and that's right there, and that's going to go up into McPherson, Hutchinson, Salina, Kansas area. At least the HRRR is showing that, but really not going to amount to a whole lot. Broken Bow area could get a little bit right there. North Platte may extend that tornado watch a little bit to the northwest, but it all depends on how it merges with that cold front. Let's go ahead and take a look at another weather model, should we?
GFS. Wait, no, not GFS.
We'll take a look at the NamNest here. Whoops. And see how that played out here. We'll back it up here a little bit and we'll go, this is probably the most spot on one if you take a look at it. You can see here where it merges a couple of different lines of storms. And that's why I believe the wind threat is going to be the bigger threat here. That tornado watch, let's go back to that and get back to radar here. Tornado watch is that yellow box. We do still have now that special weather statement here that expires in 20 minutes. This is at 4:44. They issued that. Go back over to this storm here. Again, very sloppy looking if we're on the right radar here. Let's make sure. Nope, we're not. There we go. All right. Where?
Haven, Mountain Hope, Mount Hope, in Kansas.
All right, let's go down to the Kansas one. That's right here. That's the one Brandon Montgomery's on.
Yep.
All right, Nate, I need you to back up a little bit because I don't have the tools that I usually have here, so it's getting a little bit dicey. All right, let's go back to this Kansas one here and make sure that we're able to see that properly. That's Wichita, right? Yep, there's the tornado warning. And we definitely could see that at this point. TVS shear is 53 knots. We certainly have plenty of shear there. So this tornado warning is southeastern Reno County and south central Kansas, 455, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. This is radar indicated, so we do not have confirmation. Bear with me one moment while I try to verify with a chaser here. One moment. All right, I do not see anything that's indicating it's not indicating anything right there. So we're just going to take a look at this. We definitely need to be in the shelter, but oh, it's starting to get something here. Let's take a look at the CC on this. All right, folks, I had to give my son Nate a lesson in being careful. You can't say it's a tornado on here without having visual confirmation. All right, so the best we could do is based on this. It looks like whatever it is, it's pretty well rain wrapped in here. There's no well-defined hook of any sort, but it is definitely impacting, to say the least. It's moving east, so this is going to be impacting areas like. Hey Nate, can you go grab my iPad? I'm needing to get Weatherfront. I can't deal with this app garbage. All right, folks, let's see if I can get, at least for a little bit, get a better app up here for us. We're going to get some information pulled up here a little bit better. Be one moment. Hey, Nate, I need my, never mind, I got it. Okay, I think I'm good now, guys. I'm going to need to shut off a couple of things here. Now I have an app that I can actually use decent, so bear with me one moment. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this a little bit closer. As you can see on my right side, there would be plenty of chasers if I had anybody that was live that I would be able to broadcast. So now you can see this is weather. This is weather front. A whole lot better of an option here, in my opinion. Look at that. Yeah, that definitely. Nate, come here, please. Based on super resolution velocity, this certainly looks like it is a tornado. I'm going to look at the CC here. We don't have visual confirmation of correlation coefficient, so I'm not going to go with it being a tornado, but it is definitely a dangerous storm. Look at that. And we'll put this into motion here. All right, I keep forgetting I have the mouse I can use. Whoops, wrong mouse. I got to use this one. There we go. I can move around here and also zoom in and stuff. Hey, Kevin Joyce, this cell is looking similar to the one near OKC a few weeks back. You're not using the closest radar, just heads up. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. I just noticed that. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate it, Kevin. There is a rotation.
That's probably why it wasn't.
Wall cloud report. Okay.
Why it wasn't showing CC.
Now let's take a look at the CC. That would be a little bit better. Yeah, if you're just joining us, I was on a different app and it really threw me off. There we go. That's a whole lot better now. Thank you very much. So this certainly is a very dangerous storm. This is on its way eastward, and it is a tornado warning. Radar indicated 70-mile-an-hour winds were observed. And let's see here. Golf ball size hail. Wrapping up with significant damaging winds and a few tornadoes. Yes, indeedy. Some areas that are going to be impacted for this. Cheney Lake and Cheney State Park. We're going to end up seeing Mount Hope here. And again, these are areas that are just to the north of the Wichita area. This is not going to be impacting at this point in time to the immediate Wichita area, but some of these areas just to the north of the Wichita area. If this particular storm here can keep on tracking and not get absorbed by that tornado genesis going on there, then it very likely could end up impacting Wichita later on. Tornado in progress. Well, thank you very much, Kevin. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, nothing has come through as an official, but you definitely want to be in your safe place if you're not already. Haven, Yoder should be already in there as well. And I'm still trying to figure out how to use a couple of things on here. So there we go. Now I can show you the velocity as well as the base reflective here. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and see if we have anything else here. We're going to stay on this one. This is a tornado warning that expires at 5:30, but it does not show any signs of stopping here. Look at how much that is wrapped in there. Feel like it's rain wrapped. Yeah, it definitely is rain wrapped tornado. So even though you can't see probably you probably can't see the tornado coming, more than likely this is hidden by a major amount of rain that is just wrapped up in there. So be be cautious, folks, and make sure that you're staying tuned in here. We're not leaving anytime soon. Let's take a look at some things that we have here that we might be able to take a look at. Can kind of see a notch in there. If we zoom in, there's a little bit of a notch right there. Let me kind of show with my mouse here, right here. Yes, yes, definitely analyzing these. These are definitely trying to get an idea of just where that tornado is, but the signature, obviously, you can tell right in there, and it's kind of getting some rural areas, but the impact, I'm sure, is pretty far and wide. Hang on one second. Do you have confirmation?
No, but he's.
Is it dropping and going up or what?
He literally just turned around.
Oh, that's how it works.
Why does he have to turn around? I can't even see now.
My son is not happy when chasers do something that he doesn't want them to do. Crazy kids. All right, let's go ahead and put this in a loop here and show you the evolution here. Definitely evolved over the course of the last hour or so here. We're going to go zoom back out here a little bit. And we're going to go check on this storm up here to the north, this Belleville area. That's a severe thunderstorm warning. There we go. Forgot that I can do that. Yeah, this is becoming less and less likely of being tornadic up here. But it looks like the southern edge is going to be, because this is a lonely cell right here, and it's just continuing to evolve here, definitely. So, folks that are in Andale, which would be to the northwest of the Wichita area. You're definitely going to want to be seeking shelter right now. This is only going at, let's take a look and see what speed. This expires at 5:30 and it's moving east at 15. Thankfully, it's moving slow, which means you got plenty of time, but don't let that fool you. This thing could pick up speed pretty quickly. So this is going to be a heavy, heavy hitter here. Just going to try and utilize some other tools here as best as I can. Just go ahead and put the spotters on. Put the temperatures on so you can see that. Get that off here. Okay, so now we can see these. We can see where all our chasers are. 1 second. Chris Feltz. We got some people on the right side here. This one, this guy's a little out of spot. Whoever this is, Chris Feltz is in a pretty good spot there. Dive into the storm with Falcons. And this guy is in a rain-wrapped mess. Stefan Schaefer. Colin Hooks. Look at all these chasers right here. One right after the other. They're, take a look here. Ethan. Oh, Ethan's probably, Freddy, I bet. Continuing to go. Let's take a look at that second view here. Looks like having a little bit of a difficulty here getting the velocity to show up here, so probably being overworked quite a bit. I'm just going to shut that for a minute. And we'll bring these back up together. There we go. Just had to kind of refresh it. It still looks like it is just super intense here. Let's look at the CC, the correlation coefficient. That helps us see. Looks like some of the pixels are gone, but we're probably a little too close to the radar at this point to really get it defined. We'll scan out here a little bit further. I think that one's going to be a little too hard to tell. Gosh, that thing is just nuts. All right, I'm going to be right back again, folks. This is live coverage of the Central Plains. We right now just have the tornado warning in Reno, Kansas, Reno County, Kansas, and that is what we are staying on right now. And we have that tornado watch. You can see them at the bottom there. For a number of counties that are in Nebraska, Kansas. All those are covered. Let's take a look at a few other things, make sure that we don't have anything else that we need to cover here. 1 second. This is still intensifying here quite a bit. Not showing any signs of letting up. Look at how that evolved right there, just swirling. Now it's a blast of Mount Hope. It's going to be right on top of you now. And then it's going to end up hitting areas of like Bentley. Look at that. Andale, it's going to be impacting you as I was stating. Mount Hope, it's on top of you. Mays area, actually. Mays, if this continues trekking the direction that it is, you could get the southern edge of that. This is in Kansas. Tyler Allen's over there. Let's take a look now at another view here of what is expected from a model standpoint. I'm going to show you that right now. The HRRR pretty much nailed it spot on here, but I'm going to go ahead and progress it along here. This is how it's expected to evolve, kind of die out by the time it gets to 8 o'clock. So we got a couple more hours. Probably 7 p.m. This will all pretty much start dying out as it merges with a cold front there and just cold pooling. But then more of the storms in the evening hours over in Garden City, and it kind of replenishes itself on the backside. And then we do have this concern here down by west of Dallas over in the Abilene area. Take a look at this. The time frame is up at the top, and this is how over the next few or several hours things are going to evolve over in Texas, and we'll show you that. Basically very discrete cells at first, but then eventually merges. One moment I've got somebody that's really adamant that I talk to him. So one second. All right, folks. Again, this is around 10 p.m. Abilene, Brownwood area, San Angelo. And look at how it evolves overnight. So if you're in the Texas area, you definitely are going to want to be super careful because this doesn't have any signs of stopping any time soon. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We have these two areas. There you go, the slight risk there, and then of course the tornado significant area, hatched area there for 5%, and of course the 2% is in the green. So the Grand Island, Nebraska City, Omaha, and all the way down to Hutchinson, Kansas. We do also have this area. This is less prone to the tornado stuff, but still possibility. As we go into day 2, things shift quite a bit. So we end up seeing a significant 2% hatched area over into areas of west, like southwestern portions of Oklahoma, and extreme northern, I guess it would be north central Texas. You can see it right there. And then even a 2% hatched area over into areas of Wisconsin for tornadic activity, but your categorical outlook here is showing the slight risk all the way up into just south of Wichita. Again, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, those will be for tomorrow. And then we're going to have that coverage for tomorrow, and we're even going to have coverage for Monday. Take a look at Monday now. This is what we're expecting to see on Monday. Oklahoma City, Wichita Falls, San Angelo, Fort Stockton. Yes, I don't trust anything other than weather front. Weather front is my go-to. And then these areas here, let me go ahead and zoom in here a little bit. But this is Minneapolis. We're going to see that on Monday. I'll be covering that in the studio here. And we are expecting to see Watertown area in that possibility of getting some expansion there. Yes, Weatherfront is the best, without a doubt. Those developers, even though they're young, they know what they're doing. And I'm looking forward to further development that they have planned. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I do know quite a few things that are planned very, very soon. So this will be awesome. So I can't go out any further, but the probabilistic here, there's a hatch probabilistic for Watertown, South Dakota, and points eastward, and this is again for Monday. We're not done there, folks. Tuesday, it's a number of days of significant severe weather. Tuesday, we have the probabilistic there. Oh, not done yet either. Wednesday, going at it again. More severe weather. Thursday, it says low prediction. I'm going to go on a little guess here and predict that there's going to be some kind of, and then we'll probably slow things down quite a bit after that. And they are definitely having quite a bit going on. Let's go back to the severe thunderstorm warning, as well as the wonderful, not so wonderful. Let me rephrase that. Let's go back to the reflective radars here. Take a look at that tornado warning. They've shortened up the polygon. Let me go ahead and put on double screen here and show the view here. The circulation has gotten much more broad, but it is still there. It's still there, just right on top of Mount Hope at this point. If you can see the little notch here, I'm just actually going to draw it here. So right here is kind of what we're seeing, where there's that little notch, if you will, and that's a concern there for sure. We'll go back to velocity here and show you that the signature. And this is off of the KICT, the Wichita office. Look at this. Watch this evolve here, folks. See it spin there. Let me go ahead and look at this. I'm going to slow it down for you. And just can see it just to the south of Haven, Kansas, where it had really gotten much bigger. And it became pretty well rain-wrapped tornado. And let's go back up to areas of Kansas or Omaha area. Yeah, these storms here are they're still severe thunderstorm warning, but they're the lower levels of that severe thunderstorm warning. So these are more of a wind threat and a hail threat. 512 severe thunderstorm located 4 miles northwest of Cuba, moving northeast at 30. Radar indicated. So they got the tornado watch in the right area. They could have actually expanded it just a little bit. So we really don't have much of anything going on. If we go to the MRMS national view, so we can kind of take a look at this and have a better idea of what we got going on. Storms between the southern Nebraska area and the extreme northern portions of Kansas, and then this one down here over by Wichita. This is the most intense one at this point. Let's go down to areas of Oklahoma. Don't see any severe thunderstorm warnings there. Don't see any severe thunderstorm warnings in Texas at this point in time.
There is one severe thunderstorm warning by Hugo in Colorado.
Oh, yeah, that's Colorado, but
See,
we do have some storms over in areas of Kansas, the western portions of Kansas here. Hoxie. But again, these are pretty discreet. You can actually see a little bit of this front here. If we go to, we got a 32-degree dew point. So take a look at this. 32-degree dew point there. And then on the other side of this, this is where that moist air is meeting. 53-degree dew point there. I bet you this is even more than 53. And then we go into here, we've got 61. So the front is definitely pretty much right here. Wouldn't you say, Nate? That's pretty much the front. The cooler air, yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back. Again, tornado warning still in effect. And this is covering areas of Mount Hope. Oh, that looks like they have, okay, 80-mile-an-hour winds. So this is now a severe thunderstorm warning with a damage threat of destructive, because it's 80 miles per hour and a tornado possible tag is on it now. So I would probably say, yeah, it looks like it's lost its circulation signature. So it's right below that level, but very dangerous, extremely dangerous. Yeah. So this is tornado warning will expire in 3 minutes. But again, the areas to the east and Valley City now, that does cover Valley City for that 80-mile-an-hour winds that are observed. And if we take a look at the entire severe thunderstorm warning for that area in Kansas, severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Reno County in south central Kansas, northwestern Sedgwick County in south central Kansas, southwestern Harvey County in south central Kansas until 6:15 p.m. Yes, it went outflow dominant for the minute. Yeah, and it's probably recycling, wouldn't you think there, Kevin? It could definitely recycle as well. But the farther north that it goes, it'll probably be a little tough for it to recycle, hitting a little bit more of that cooler air maybe. So we do have locations that are impacted: Park City, Valley City, Halstead, Sedgwick, Haven, Burton, Mount Hope, Andale, Bentley, and Yoder. Sorry, I was in the office programming a bunch of stuff all night. I did not get to sleep until 5 o'clock this morning, so I am past the point of exhaustion. And I have a busy day tomorrow, and I do need to get ready to get a few things going for tomorrow's stream. Let's go over to Topeka, little pocket of non-severe storms, but these little tiny surface-based ones, they could end up being a little bit interesting. When am I going live tomorrow? I'll probably be afternoon, early afternoon, but it all depends. I am not going to be out in the vehicle chasing. Not that I could think of at this point. If I did anything, I might do the Watertown, South Dakota stuff on Monday, but that's kind of iffy just because the gas prices are ridiculous and there's plenty of months left for chasing. These are current temperatures, as you can see where the warmer air is. Look at that, 48 degrees in Watertown, and we have 81 in Pierre. Let's go ahead and take a look.
88 in Phillip.
Yep. Let's go ahead and take a look at the satellite. Still getting used to this view. Here we go. All right. We can take a look at the satellite, and the reason why I want to take a look at the satellite is to be able to see if there's pockets here. Even though it's 5:30, we still got a little bit more daylight time available. So you could definitely see why we're getting these storms to fire up over by Salina and Concordia. This clearing right here, where there's not really much cloud cover, peaks of sun coming through, things can start getting pockets. There's a little bit of cloud cover that's free here. And then if we go ahead and turn on our radar, see how that matches up. Got to get to the right radar first. So these areas here are fueling these storms here, and this is getting the openings to allow storms to fire off in here. And then down here, let's take a look and see what we have as far as satellite goes. Apologize. It's a little bit of clearing that is right down here. Very, very little clearing, but enough, and it's a broader area that definitely allows for that storms to get rolling. Let's take a look at the models. 21Z here. Let's take a look and see what we have. We'll zoom back out here if we can. And this is how they're expected to evolve. And then I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate Kevin and Tufts Weather joining. But look at that in Dallas. That's going to definitely become a QLCS. If we take a look at that QLCS, tomorrow. So these storms are going to evolve more in the overnight hours. And these are going to end up becoming a QLCS. Some embedded tornadoes are possible there, but I'm pretty sure this is probably going to end up more of a wind event, if anything. Let's take a look at a few parameters, though. What we can do is we can take a look at the STP, not that that's an exact, but it can give us an idea along with some other numbers. So 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's take a look at a few other things here. We want to look at 1 kilometer SRH. Yeah, Fort Stockton area, a few little spots, but really not much in the way of supporting tornadic activity. Let's take a look at the outlook for tomorrow. Yeah, in the southern portion, not so much. And then we'll take a look at that area. There's much more openings there. Let's take a look and see if the shear is gonna match where it needs to here. It was up in that area. Little bit of shear between the Amarillo area and into areas of Oklahoma there for tomorrow, but again, not a whole lot. Let's take a look at the EHI, Energy Helicity Index. It almost looks like this tries to get going in the middle of the night, but I don't know. It's probably going to lose a lot of energy there. We'll see. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Again, I'll come back tomorrow live. Let's verify that we don't have any more tornado warnings that are active first. Yep. All right, so right now we have 1.25 inches. We have the severe thunderstorm with a possible tornado tag, but these are likely going to start dying out as that front merges with it or starts to come down a little bit here from the northwest. This storm here, let's get switched to the right radar, right? Ooh, that one's going. Let's hold on for a moment here.
And there's no chasers on it.
Yeah, there's chasers on it.
Like,
These are all spotters.
not like real, like not like.
Colt's a real one.
Yes, but I get it, but
Not your big names, you mean?
yeah, I'm not talking about Koi Glicken and Jen Papanized all the way. It's just leaving that storm.
Yeah. Edwin's on it, though. Should be interesting to see how this... Oh, I bet you this is going to merge. Nate, don't you think this is going to merge right here? Take a look at this one. Right here. What do you think? You think that's going to merge? You think those two cells, this cell here and this cell here, you think they're going to merge together? Do you think they're going to merge together? Yeah. And those chasers that are in there right now, if chasers are in Brantford and Cuba, those areas are they're gonna be getting nailed and pounded with a bunch of rain and hail. They already had plenty of hail that was reported, 1 inch, 1 1/4. in these areas. This is areas of north central part of Kansas and southeastern portions of Nebraska here, basically. No, it's not. Right now, it's just a severe thunderstorm warning, 60-mile-an-hour winds with radar indicated. Let's turn on this panel here. Very interesting. Let's hold on a minute here, Nate. If that cell doesn't merge and lose its energy, we could have something right here. Let's play that out. Yeah, there was definitely something trying to get going there just to the northwest of Washington or northeast of Concordia, Kansas. All right. Well, I do have to go. I got to get my son fed, and I've got to get myself fed. I haven't ate for a while, so you guys stay safe. I will be back for another live here tomorrow. And stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribing and following if you're not already. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter. Of course, I don't post much on Twitter. Twitter's mainly for my live storm chasing when I'm in the field and making posts about what I'm actually spotting, so that way I can warn people. But that's all I got at this point. We have a new mesoscale discussion here. Watch potential. Just this little tiny polygon. They're watching for a watch to be issued, possibly. That has got to be the smallest area. An HP supercell. High precipitation supercell has recently developed to the west-northwest of Wichita within the region. 1,500 joules per kilogram of ML Cape. Peak, yeah. Yeah, that's the problem. All right, God bless. Stay safe, everybody. I will be back tomorrow. Hit that like and subscribe.